So, Christians, it is really time to get in the spirit. For I see so many Christians, the majority, still are in the world. What do I mean by that? I still see Christians waiting for Trump or waiting for another Republican. And you should know by now that you are way past politics, right? The whole reason this country is going under because it was founded on God's laws, right? And as a Christian nation, we should have Christian spirit-filled leaders. And we don't. So the whole mess we are in now is our own fault. Why? Because we only choose those who tickled our ears, who made good promises, all right? Because you want to preserve your life. You want to have a good life, right? You want to pay less tax. You want to have a bigger house. You want to have a nice car. So you vote for those who promise those things, right? And all this way, nobody saw that none of them is good. No, not one. And it doesn't matter Democrat or Republican. They're all played by the same spirit, the spirit of Babylon. And that's why I make all these videos step by step. Some people think it's boring, all these videos. Many are not even interested. Christians who are not interested. And they think that there's no relation to what's happened now. But God put it in my heart to make these videos to show you where it comes from. So you can spiritually prepare. For if you don't understand what's going on, and you are not in the spirit, all you are doing is watch Fox all day, hoping that the Republican senator will stand up and do something. Well, they all do. They do something. They talk. And they talk some more. And they talk some more. Right? Look at Abbott, DeSantis, Ted Cruz, and all these other Republicans, Fox News, how they attack Fauci and how they are against the mask, and how they are against the vaccine passport, but at the same time, they also promote the vaccine. I heard Ted Cruz say, I don't think it should be mandatory. I took it, my whole family took it, because it is helping. We shouldn't give it to kids, but it is helping. They all still promote it. They all are following the same program. But they tickle the ears of the Republicans, and the Democrats tickle the ears of the Democrats, but it is all one plan, right? And so many Christians still hope that Trump comes back. Trump is not going to save you, right? And all these demonstrations we see in Paris, in Amsterdam, in London, you don't see them in America, but you see in Europe, in the big cities, thousands and thousands and thousands of people demonstrating, and it gives you a glimpse of hope. This is no hope. You know why? Because none of these people, none of them seek God. They just want their old life back. They want their freedom back. But they don't understand the reason they don't have freedom anymore is because they did not want God. They wanted the world. And the world became increasingly more evil, right? More unrighteous. Yet people want to return to that. It's like Sodom is under attack, right? And they want to be freed so they can live peacefully in Sodom again, right? So when you understand Babylon, right? Babylon was destroyed, but these Edomites, they took the teachings of the Pharisees. The Babylonian teaching came into the Jewish religion, and that was a carnal spirit who wants to rule in a carnal, evil way that wants to enslave the whole world. And this spirit is in your politicians. Don't think that a bunch of billionaires or a bunch of millionaires or a bunch of politicians with a great prospect of a better position somewhere, right? Don't think that they have God, right? And you see that if they aren't even Jewish or linked to the Jewish religion, they won't even enter into office, right? It is impossible now in this time to have a spirit-filled Christian in office or in politics, right? a real spirit-filled Christian. Don't be deceived when people talk about God and this and that. Look at their fruits. Look at what they say. Right? Mostly they will say conservative things to tickle your ears. But the whole picture is still evil because they don't have God. But you keep on voting for these people because you think they will give you what you want. And they will give you a little bit of what you want, and gradually it becomes full-fledged Babylon. And Babylon, the spirit, has conquered the whole world. That's why you see so much communism everywhere. And now they're coming for the children of God. Now they're coming for the West. Europe, America is main target number one. And all these politicians and all these doctors on TV, they're all corrupt. Right? If you are a true spirit-filled Christian, you won't be allowed on Fox News or on CNN. Right? They tickle your ears. And ever since I started to make this video about the Jews, I've been under attack. I've been in a spiritual battle, because a spiritual battle is not you just trying to cope with your personal addictions and oh no, it's much more than that. We as a body of Christ have to stand firm, because we can only make a difference in the spirit. But I think it's too late. It's only a remnant left that still wants to live in the spirit, that doesn't care to lose his life for the truth. It's only a few. And Jesus will come back for those few, and then we will rule in righteousness, in true righteousness. But the majority of Christians don't care. Right? They sing songs in church. They try to encourage each other. Oh, brothers and sisters, stay strong. Right? But they don't want to fight. They don't have the fight in them. Right? Because they still watch the politics, hoping that some politician will save us. No politician is going to save us no more. Right? The pit has been opened years ago. Right? And I'm not sure when exactly, but it seems that it is 9/11. This is where the pit opened. This is where the freedom started to flow away. Right? And this 9/11, and now what's happening now, it's all connected. Why do you think that like 10 years ago all these movies came out that they opened pits and opened, CERN in Switzerland? Why do you think when they opened the tunnel in Switzerland with all these demonic demons coming out of the pit? Why do you think that is? Because the pit is opened, right? And Trump opened it even further. Now the scorpions with the stings came out, right? The whole world is now being deceived through pharmakia. The Greek word pharmakia, the King James calls it sorcery, but it's the Greek word pharmakia. The pharmaceutical industry has the whole world in its claws, and they use your presidents, your politicians as a pawn, and they're all corrupt because they only care about their own position. Not one of them is willing to die for the truth, because they will die for the truth. But none of them have God. No, not one. Because the true spirit-filled Christian will tell the truth. I don't want those things. Those things are not good. Right? All the lies. And not one wants to stop it. Yes, they speak about no mask mandate. They speak about, oh, the border, oh, horrible. But they all still promote this damn jab. All right? So, be in the spirit, right? And when I read the Bible, I read Jeremiah all over again. I did a study on Jeremiah. I read Isaiah all over again, and I get so in the spirit. And then I watch a little bit YouTube, and I turn on Fox, and I see such a difference between the spirit and Fox. The Fox is so worldly. I see the deception. The Christians don't care about deception. They just hone in on those little points of light. They hold on to it and hope that a worldly man who does not have God will make a change. Right? Now, since 505 days now, since Trump locked everything down, this is where we got in full-fledged prison. Right? Trump never stopped anything. He even started Operation Warp Speed. Right? We already have medicine if weak people get sick. Right? There are medicines, but it was all stopped. Right? It was all stopped. And I already predicted this is not just going to be for the vulnerable. They want all to take the jab, forcefully if needed, right? But still, Christians don't go to God. They think they go to God, but they don't go to God. They don't go in all the way. You have to go in all the way, right? How much faith do you really have? Jesus said, when I come back, will I find faith? Or will he come back watching you fox, hoping that Trump will be president again? On which side are you on? Right? So, many Christians, they struggle with their flesh and they think the devil is attacking them. Most Christians have no idea what it means to be spiritually attacked. They have no idea what it means when people put spells, witchcraft on you, right? Some people are such a threat. There's a lot of money being paid to these witches to send witchcraft. But if you are a true spirit-filled Christian, these spells and curses can be broken easily or cannot even harm you. And often it will bounce back even harder, right? But you have to stop with this worldliness, right? Christians all day watch Fox. Oh, I hope Ted Cruz is going to do something. Oh, I hope Trump is coming back. Oh, this Santis. Listen, this Santis and Trump, they worship the devil. They converted to Talmudian Judaism. They want to have power in a worldly way, right? Because there is only one way to have a spiritual government, that is through Christ and not through Judaism, right? And if you still can't understand, still don't see that the Republican Party and the Democrat Party are both controlled by the Talmudian Babylonian spirit. All of them, right? If you are a true spirit-filled Christian, you cannot even be part of that, right? Right? If you're American, you're a spirit-filled Christian. You won't even make it halfway to office. They will cut it down immediately, right? And that's why we are in trouble. We asked for this. We walked away from God. I don't care that you're in church singing songs. I don't care that you sit at home with the couch, blah, 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 blah. I don't care that you read your King James every night. That doesn't mean anything. Choose who your master is today, right? There is no half-half. I go to church on Sunday, the rest of the weeks I watch Fox, right? When I watch Fox, I see the deception so clearly. I see through all the tickling words, right? But you want to have some recognition that the Democrats are false, and so you love all these attacks on the Democrats, right? And you don't even see that the Republicans are still in the same program, a little bit different, but it's the same program, right? It's the program to enslave the world, and they're doing it. This is not going to stop. They don't want to stop it. And people demonstrating, they're not going to stop it. They have been demonstrating for over a year, for 1.5 years, thousands. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Because God thinks it's time for righteousness. And he will rule, he will send Jesus back, and he will rule in righteousness, right? So choose on what side you're on, right? And if you have hope in a good legislation or in a good governor, senator, or whatever, choose real godly men. Because if you choose men who just sound righteous, but are not, but are hypocrites, you put them in that position, right? There is no half-half, right? Every time the kingdom of God was ruled by ungodly men, it fell. And the same thing is happening to America now, right? So choose who you serve today.